Hello, 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 world. Hello, hello, we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome to your everyday English lesson right here on English Outside the Box. I'm Jennifer Nascimento, and I'm the founder and the creator of English Outside the Box. If you want to learn more about me, about English Outside the Box, how you can learn English with me online, courses, programs, a free blog. If you want to learn everything you can about me, then you can head over to my website, www.englishoutsidethebox. I help you, an English learner, learn how to improve your daily English. I do these everyday English lessons because they are lessons to help with your everyday English skills you need for day-to-day life. These skills are related to everything with English fluency: pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, speaking, you name it, and I teach it and help you learn it. So maybe you can hear from my voice, which is not the usual voice I have, that I am feeling a little under the weather. I'm feeling a little bit sick, a little run down. And if you've never heard of the idiom feeling under the weather, well, right on the top, I believe right here, there's a little circle with an I. And when you click that I, nope, it's over here on the other side. When you click on that I on the screen here, you're going to see other live lessons that I've taught, everyday English lessons, and specifically one about idioms related to sickness. So what I like to do, as I mentioned, was help you improve your skills for your daily life. So anytime that I find myself a native English speaker utilizing a lot of vocabulary or utilizing some weird grammar, or when I find myself using a lot of English that I know would help you, I try to teach a lesson about it. And because I'm feeling a little sick, I've been using a lot of phrasal verbs about it recently. So that's why today we're going to be reviewing some phrasal verbs related to sickness. This is going to help you talk about being sick, connect with others that are sick, or just improve your vocabulary for any time you need to talk about sickness. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be giving you a little small paragraph with sentences inside utilizing some of these phrasal verbs. I want you to listen and see how many phrasal verbs you can recognize, how many that you can hear. Then we're going to review the definition and review a little bit more about them. So, unfortunately, I've come down with a cold. I think I probably picked it up on the plane. I recently went to Texas. I went by plane, and I probably picked up some germs or picked up a bug from the flight, or maybe being in a new environment. I am getting over it, though. It might not sound like I'm getting over it, but I am getting over it, and I'm fighting it off with a few natural remedies. I'm getting a lot of sleep. I'm drinking a lot of green juice. I'm drinking some apple cider vinegar and other remedies, and vitamins, and a lot of fruits and vegetables. So I usually try to get through illnesses and get through sicknesses without taking medicine. I don't really like to take medicine, so I try to do things as naturally as possible. However, sometimes you have to take medicine. But luckily, this time I haven't. So I've been feeling really run down. And yeah, that's why this lesson is probably going to be a little shorter than normal. I've also been feeling really run down, which is why the background is still plain white and boring, and the sound in this room is not perfect yet because I've been sick, right? You can give me a break. I hope you guys understand that that is why this background is still not good, but I have a world map coming. All right, so back to the lesson, right? I've used a lot of phrasal verbs naturally in this sentence. I've used to come down with something, to pick something up, get over something, fight something off, and get through something. I also used the word run down. I feel so run down. Run down looks like a phrasal verb. It has a verb, run. It has a particle, down, or a preposition, down. So it looks like it's a phrasal verb, but it's not. I feel so run down is an adjective. I feel so tired. I feel so sick. I feel so adjective. I feel so run down. You name it. Kumiko, welcome. All right, you name it. Question from the live chat, not relevant, but Kumiko, I'm happy you're here. You name it means whatever you want. So we're going to talk about anything today. You name it means you decide, you say what you want, okay? You name it means you get to say what you want, you get to decide. Awesome. And hello to everybody else in the chat. I see you. Thanks for joining me and watching and learning with me live. Okay, so those are the phrasal verbs we've learned. You've heard them in a sentence. You've heard them in a paragraph. Now let's give some of the definitions. To come down with something means to begin feeling or having that something, and it's going to be a sickness. So to come down with the flu, to come down with a cold, to come down with a fever. So to come down with something, some sickness, means to start having a sickness, to begin feeling a sickness. Next one was to pick something up. Again, of course, we're talking about sickness. So to pick a sickness up means to get the sickness, to be exposed to the germs, the virus, or the bacteria in some way. It's basically where you got sick. So to pick something up is to get sick. So where did you pick it up? Where did you get sick? To get over an illness is what everybody hopes to do. To get over an illness means to begin to feel better, to start becoming healthy again. To fight an illness off means to try to end the sickness. So you can fight an illness off with medicines, depending on the type, maybe an antibiotic, and you can fight it off with sleep or different types of remedies. A bonus vocabulary word, a remedy is a noun, and it's something you do to make something better, to fix something. And another one we have is get through a sickness. Now, get through something isn't only related to sickness. You can get through anything, which means that you finally pass and go beyond something. Today, we're talking about sicknesses. So to get through a sickness means to finish the sickness and become healthy. To get through something, again, means to pass through, go beyond, and end or finish something. I have to take a drink during this lesson. I'm so sorry. That cup is a little strange. All right. So I'm going to pop into the chat. Right now, I have given you 5 phrasal verbs related to sickness. You've heard them naturally in a small paragraph in sentences. And I've just given you some of the I've just given you the definitions, not some, all. I've given you the definitions. So I'm going to come back to the chat. What I want you to do if you're watching live is try to create some sentences, try to create a question for me utilizing some of this new vocabulary. You have to use it. You have to use this new vocabulary if you want to remember it for later. So again, come down with the sickness, pick a sickness up, or pick up a sickness, get over a sickness, fight off a sickness, and get through a sickness. So I would love to see you trying to create your own sentence examples or even a question to ask me live using the new phrasal verbs so you can start practicing, so you can get feedback, and so you can start improving and feeling more confident with your English. So if you're watching live, you can talk to me in the live chat right now. If you're watching the replay, you can still practice and you can still get feedback. You can comment below the video, you can comment below the blog, and you can still practice what you're learning today. So again, I want you to create some sentences or a question utilizing these 5 new phrasal verbs. Let me come over here to the chat. Nice. So Adriana B, welcome back. She says, it's good to see you teaching even though you are a little run down. I am run down too, a sore throat. Yes. So run down, remember, is an adjective. I'm run down. I feel run down, which means I feel tired. I feel weaker than usual. I feel a little sick. So Adriana B has a sore throat. My voice is hoarse. These are symptoms of a sickness. And if you're needing English to survive, if you're going to live in an English-speaking country, or you're going to travel in an English-speaking country, it's really important that you familiarize yourself with phrasal verbs related to sickness, idioms related to sickness, general vocabulary related to sickness. So if something happens and you get sick in an English-speaking country, then you are prepared with the language to get better. So I mentioned that right up here in the video, if you move your mouse over on this side, there's a little circle, a white circle with an eye. When you click on that, you are able to see another lesson I taught with idioms related to sickness. And in that lesson, I gave a long list of symptoms that you can review related to being sick. Sore throat is one of them. All right, coming back. I've come down with a flu, or I've come down with the flu. The flu is a very specific sickness. But now I'm getting over it, taking medicine and vitamins. Awesome. Hi, Ali. Adriana, you're on fire. Means you're doing really well. When you come down with the flu, how did you get over it? Or when you come down with the flu, simple present, how do you get over it? Another simple present sentence asking me about routine. What do I usually do? What do you think was the most important thing to fight off that terrible sickness? So Adriana B, to answer your questions, I always try to fight off sicknesses and get over my illnesses naturally. I don't take medicine when I do not have to. Even if I have a headache, even if my head hurts, I try to get through it naturally without medicine because I just don't like medicine. So rest, vitamins, green juice, a lot of fresh juices, smoothie, the things that I'm nourishing my body with, my diet, my food, fresh vegetables, fruits, and a lot of really healthy plants. And that's how I try to get sick. Oh, onions are a natural antibiotic. So I also eat a lot of onions, raw and cooked, and garlic. I actually made a green juice with 3 cloves of garlic and about half of an onion with kale and celery and apple and all kinds of things. And it actually wasn't too bad. It was pretty tasty. Kumiko, I hope you get over your sore throat soon. Kumiko and everybody, when you make a sentence with hope, you do not need the future tense. I hope you get over it soon is indicating that you hope I will get over the sickness. You don't need will because hope is about the future. I hope you'll come over this sore throat soon. Pauline, same thing with hope. You don't need the future tense will. Hope you get over this sore throat soon. So get over, not come over. Get over means to finish a sickness and to become healthy again. I hope all of us get better soon. Yes. With which natural remedy do you fight it off? So Pauline, I already answered that question. Fruits, veggies, food is the first medicine. Yes. Hello to Austria. Ali has a sore throat. Ali, I hope you feel better. I hope you get over it. Fight it off with natural remedies, and I hope you feel better soon. Okay, so those were great sentences from our live members watching. We are going to wrap up this live lesson because my poor throat needs rest. That's, again, one of the most important natural remedies I recommend that I follow when I don't feel well, when I'm feeling under the weather, when I'm feeling sick, is rest. So I wanted to be here today to help you speak more natural English, but I'm going to end this with some practice exercises. So this live lesson was all about listening and practicing your listening skills with me, a native English speaker. Sometimes you maybe didn't catch what I said, or you didn't hear what I said. Or if you're like most people, you are a visual learner. If you're a visual learner, that means you need to see what you're learning to have it click, to have it make sense, and to remember. So these lesson notes, today's live lesson notes, are going to be available on my website, on my learning blog in a little while, a little later today. You can access these live notes, read the phrasal verb definitions, the text, the sentence examples, and get some practice exercises on my blog in a little while. I mentioned the blog in the beginning. I want to mention it to you again. It's www.englishoutsidethebox.com. When you get to that main site, you want to click on the top where it says blog and free lessons. The very first lesson you're going to see is this one. You're going to be able to watch the live replay of this video and again, read the lesson notes. These lesson notes are so important to help strengthen what you've learned today, to read, to review, and to practice. So take advantage of these notes, which means use them, use the notes. So you can get those notes on EnglishOutsideTheBox.com. And that is also where you can learn more about me and English Outside the Box. So if you are feeling under the weather today, if you are not feeling well, I hope that you get over it soon. If you've come down with something, fight it off and get healthy. You can go over and practice these new phrasal verbs by completing the sentences that I have on my blog, by creating your own sentence examples, and by creating a question to ask me that I can answer in the comments. And that is also what I want you to do if you're watching the live replay on this YouTube channel. listen to the phrasal verbs, learn the phrasal verbs, practice them by asking me a question in the comments utilizing these phrasal verbs. Then later, I'm going to come back and I'm going to try to answer the questions in the comments utilizing the phrasal verbs as well. This is going to give you the opportunity to use it, see it, read it, and then get my response for additional practice. So there's a lot that you can do, to practice and learn these phrasal verbs. Thank you so much for learning with me, everybody. And thank you for the kind words in the live chat. One final note. If you liked this lesson, then I would love for you to join me every single Tuesday right here on this YouTube channel for more everyday English lessons. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, and if you share this video, if you share this channel with 1, 2, or 3 friends, then you are going to help me help even more people learn English. I create these videos to help learners around the world, so help me help them. Share this video and share this channel. Finally, if you love learning with me and these YouTube videos are not enough, you know that you can join, or hopefully now you know, you can join my Phrasal Verb Conversation Club, which is a monthly fluency training program. I've talked about it in other videos, so I'm not going to talk about it too much today. But if you do want to improve your natural English even more, if you want to improve your fluency, and you want to learn more natural English expressions, then below this video, there's a link to learn more about my fluency training program. It's called the Phrasal Verb Conversation Club. Join us, join learners around the world, and improve your speaking and conversation skills. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope I see you next Tuesday. I hope I see you in the club. And I hope you feel better if you have come down with a sickness. I wish you a great week. Happy studying. Bye-bye.